Cubic Lines is a relaxing and simplistic minimalist puzzle game that sees you needing to light up different coloured wires by connecting their beginnings and ends together. You do this by manoeuvring different square blocks that are on the right hand side of the screen into set locations, and it will start off very simple because the lines won't intersect too much, or if they do they'll be following specific patterns around the screen, and so it might be that wires cross over, or it might be that they constantly go in right angles directly in opposite directions to each other. So you'll pick up the blocks and then drop them into their locations. But over time, you'll move from 2 colours to 3 and then later on 4 colours. And the difficulty will increase because there'll be more places for you to drop these different things in. By definition, because you can't rotate these blocks around, you've got really a process elimination that you can do with cubic lines, because there's a couple of ways how you can approach it from a logical perspective. The way how I went around this game was tracing lines backwards, very, very simplistically, by just kind of going around the screen, following stuff around. And in the later levels, Cubic Lines goes out of its way to help you, because when stuff starts to get a bit more spaghetti junction, it gives you lines, which I didn't realise were like totally negotiable, but I thought they were non-negotiable. So I was using, like, if a green arrow was going in a certain direction, I then knew that the green line had to go down that line in that direction. So I was like, right, okay, I get this. And it helps you start to build out the levels from there. So you never have, even in the later levels when you've got 12, 14 blocks to drop in, like too much overwhelm. You can just keep tracing the lines back and dropping stuff in and seeing what lights up and then shimmying stuff around as you go. The game is simplistic. It's not going to challenge people, and if you're a hardcore puzzle aficionado, this game will be something that you'll just breeze through. But there is absolutely a niche, particularly on the Steam side of things, where you've got like that £2 odd puzzle niche, and I fall into this loads. I pick up loads of these styles of puzzles where you just like noodle away at something just in the background as a nice brain dump relaxer, and this absolutely falls into that vibe. This is the PS4 version that you're seeing on your screen. I have to call out the really satisfying page-turning visual that happens as you move from level to level. I don't know why I found that ASMR satisfying, but I did. But the only kind of downside that I would say about this is that moving around the different blocks wasn't always as straightforward as I thought it would be. So sometimes I was trying to reach a block space right at the very top of the screen, and I'd have to kind of click through lots of weird and wonderful ones to get there, and then it wouldn't necessarily flow up the screen easily. So yeah, a little bit fiddly on the controls. I could see this working much better on a click and drag mouse on a screen or on a touch screen. It was a little bit fiddly with a controller. But yeah, simple, not going to change your life. Nice and relaxing, completable in a couple of hours. Have at it. Cubic Lines out now. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a completely independent media outlet supported by people like you. The goal is to create the best possible content that cultivates a richer indie scene for games as well as music and entertainment. To find out more and to get involved, visit patreon.com/Higher Plane Network. Your support makes all the difference, and in return you'll gain access to bonus content and downloads. Thank you for watching.